The following is for entertainment purposes only.
The International Blind Cafe presents Debate Night.
The International BlindCafe.com is proud to present Debate Night, hosted here exclusively in the Discord server's corner stage. This installment of the debate will feature two debaters on a single topic. The first debater will be Tremaine, and the second will be Scout. Tonight's topic, religion in schools. Do you favor it or not? And as always, our host, Morgan, the debate moderator.
Alright guys, so tonight the rules are the same as last time. You will get 30 seconds each to introduce your platform, and then we will alternate who goes first for questions. After each question, if you would please put either J or S in the comment for who you think won that debate topic question, we will count it up and see who won. And at the end, we'll have a grand tally and they'll be the winner of the debate. So first for introductions, we have Tremaine.
Good evening. I am sad to inform you that I no longer go by my earthly name, Tremaine. From here on out, you can call me Big Brother Bishop Barney Brown, or B5. And you guys say it all. Big Brother Bishop Barney Brown, like a Tribe Called Quest. I am here to debate the facts of why religion should be in school and how religion benefits these young adults going into adolescence, and to show the world the reason of why.
Okay, thank you, Big Bobby. Well, I'm just going to call you B5.
Big Brother Bishop Barney Brown.
Okay, B5, thank you very much. Now on to Scout.
Thanks, Bishop. I really appreciate that. Tonight, I'm going to be arguing the platform of why religion in schools gets a big F. I hope to convince you that critical thinking, by using logic and reason and observation of your natural world here on Earth, is more feasible, is a better form of education, and sets young kids and young adults alike up for productive lives in society, makes them better citizens, and makes them more enlightened. So that's what I'm hoping to convince you of this evening. I ask that you keep an open mind and try to keep your eye on the prize. Thank you, Miss Moderator.
Thank you, Scout. All right, B5. First question. What benefits or cons, if any, do you feel there are when religion is a part of a school system?
First, I would like to break down the definition of the word religion. Religion is one's belief and praise of something superhuman, whether it be God or gods, whether it be whatever you believe in. Now, the cons in having religion is you show the kids how to believe, how to give praise to one. I mean, people need to learn how to give praise to their superhumans, like me, Bishop, Big Brother Bishop Barney Brown. I like to install belief in kids so they can believe that they can go farther. And by putting religion in schools, they already know how to believe in themselves to go farther. And by going farther, what's the language word I'm looking for? They can excel in life. And by excelling in life, they can excel on the spiritual plateau of the next life.
Okay, thank you, Bishop Barney.
Big brother, Bishop Barney Brown.
I'm sorry, I will just stick with B5. You have another 30 seconds. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, not at all.
Okay, we will turn it over to Scout. Do you need the question repeated, or are you okay?
Yeah, could you repeat the question, please?
What benefits or cons, if any, do you feel there are when religion is a part of a school system?
Well, I think that the benefits of religion in schools comes down to how corrupt do you want things to be. So if you want things to be corrupt, you can allow teachers to implant ideas in your children's heads. Now, the cons of religion in school is that your children are going to be misled by the natural environment. And they do live in the natural environment, whether B5 wants them to live here on Earth or not. They do live here on Earth, and they should be able to look around and understand where they are. So by doing that, they need to be critical thinkers. They need to see the world for what it is. It is their home. It is their food. It is their air. It is all of these things provided by the universe. But they're human. They're not superhuman. I'm not superhuman. I know that B5 over here thinks that he is superhuman. I'm not going to question him on that. I don't have superhuman speed or strength. So, and I know this because I was taught to think critically. I was taught to recognize what is in front of me is in front of me, and what is not in front of me. Now, does that discount that somebody may have a faith or a religion? They may, and it's fine if they do. However, when they come to school, it's time for them to sit down, learn numbers, letters, words, and ideas like being good citizens, being accountants, and being carpenters, and being...
All right. Thank you, Scout.
Yeah, I'm so glad you shut him up, because he was talking out the side of his ass. I mean, excuse me. He was talking out the side of his head. I mean,
B5. No.
Critical thinker.
No, no talking. It is not. No, B5. Shush.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I know. It's okay.
That's
so
a
superhuman
superhuman reaction.
Okay. We'll accept the excuse one time. That's a superhuman reaction. So if you want to put a J or an S in the chat, we will tally up the votes and see who won that round.
Critical thinking, worried about this earth. We got to worry about the spiritual platform. You got to be prepared for the next life. Of course, you got to learn your math and your arithmetic and your money and your numbers.
Okay, B5. So far, it's a tie. I'll give 20 seconds for anyone. Whoever said cookies. Really? All right, it is a tie. So 1 point to each person. All right. Next question. We will start with Scout. Some religious schools teach creationism over evolution. How do you think this impacts a child's ability to pursue further mainstream education?
Well, let's just think about this. If you were taught that something was created, meaning that it just popped up out of nowhere, just the way it was, and that's the way it's always going to be, it's never going to change. It's never going to adapt to its environment. It's never going to evolve into something better than what it is. Well, this is not very logical. The Earth is a big place, and we see it how penguins, how they nurture their young. We see it how birds in the savannah, which is very hot and is opposite of where penguins live, how they care for their young. We see it in all animals, mammals, and fish. We see that they change over time because their environment changes. The world heats up, the world cools down, and they have to either change with it or become like dinosaurs and die. Now, I know the creationists would say that there's probably no such thing as dinosaurs and that men put those bones in the ground. And I would say that was a clever gag done by early man that predates everything, but these bones are all over the world. So, kudos to the men who trod it all over the world thinking, let's bury some here, Jim. Let's bury some there, Jerry. But later in life, when you want to become a doctor or an engineer or a biologist or a zookeeper, you're going to need to know how animals function and how they change and how their environments are suited to them because they've evolved or they've developed into being in that environment. So, without evolution, you wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to become a zoologist or a physician. So, if you like doctors, let the kids learn how to become doctors. But if you don't like doctors, then I guess go see the Voodoo Princess.
You Scout. Now for B5. Do you need the question repeated?
If you can, please.
Okay. Some religious schools teach creationism over evolution. How do you think this impacts a child's ability to pursue further mainstream education?
Well, as my friend over there said, creation and evolution are two different things, but they're one thing and the same. For instance, we were created by the man upstairs. He said, let there be light, and we had light. So that's the way I look at it. But he doesn't believe that happened. He believed we evolved out of nothing, I guess from something. I don't know how that even works. How do you evolve from nothing into something? You have to be created first. It's just like the iPhone. It wasn't evolved. It was created in a lab. Somebody was like, I want to make this iPhone, and then it was created. It was not evolved out of thin air. I mean, you can't evolve if you don't have a creation first. So I think the creation has to be.
But it changes, doesn't it? It's changed.
No,
Every version changes, right?
It does. See, that's why I said it's all the same thing, because you can't create. You can't evolve if you don't create first. So you got to create first. It's like I got this here iPhone, and this iPhone wasn't evolved out of thin air. It was created by thoughts. Someone had to put it into thoughts. The same way in the beginning there was light. Light had to be created in order for light to evolve. I mean, it couldn't evolve from nothing. And the way it works is...
it was actually first an iPod.
Oh, this is your final warning. Please do not interrupt.
iPod, iTod, iFlag, I don't care if it was iFrank, but it had to be created first. And the iPod had to be created. It wasn't just evolved on it. So humans were created and we evolved.
Okay. Thank you, B5. If everyone wants to put in the comments who they think they won, please do so, and we will tally up the votes. All right, by 5 votes, B5 has won that round, 2-1, B5. All right, B5, you are up first. Are you ready for your question?
He's muted.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties from my evolution. I mean, my creation.
Oh, your spaceship ran out of power?
No. I was just making sure I was created and not evolved.
Okay. Well, you're up next and your question is, do you think religion in schools that don't allow sex ed is part of the teen pregnancy problem in some locations?
Do I think religion in school causes some pregnancy problems in some educations?
Yes.
The good word says, let there be fruitful and multiply. So I think being fruitful and multiply is never a problem. And I think if you teach them how to do it the correct way, then they don't have any problems. Now, some people, they start off a little too young with that be fruitful and multiply. They take it a little too serious. But I think that if you use the good book and you teach them the way of the good book, whether that be whatever book you have, that's the good book, and they follow the principles in it, and therefore they won't have this problem. But the good book does say be fruitful and multiply. So no, I don't think it's a problem. I just think the problem is people don't know how to listen and follow the directions that they get. I mean, that goes back to the previous question, creation or evolution. They are creating and not evolving new life. But who am I to debate that,
Okay, thank you, B5. Scout, same question. Do you think religions in schools that don't allow sex ed is part of the teen pregnancy problem in some locations?
I would think so. I would think that not having sex ed in schools definitely helps only one book, and that's the food stamp book. Because at the end of the day, you have a bunch of kids who are experimenting with their bodies because they don't know the dangers, if you will, the setbacks, consequences of what they're doing. So they have these hormonal urges that they weren't taught about, that they can't recognize that, this is going to pass, or I could do this, or I could do that. I can prevent this pregnancy. So if they do prevent that pregnancy, then they don't derail their life, because they don't have to leave school to go to work and to pay and just essentially stop their education. Now, the benefit of having those kids stop their education is that they are uneducated and they are at the muse of those who pull the levers of control. So, I would say kids stay in school and get educated from a biology book that tells you how you can prevent STIs, these transmitted diseases and such, because you don't want to get chlamydia, you don't want to die. And if you learn how to do that the proper way, that protect yourself, you won't get things like communicable diseases that are going to kill you. You're also going to be able to continue your education and get a better job, and then when it's time, you'll have kids. You'll be responsible, you'll have kids, and you'll teach your kids to be responsible. And they won't derail their life by not knowing how to do something. That is absolutely 100% natural, because if it wasn't natural, I wouldn't be here. Now, B5, he's superhuman, he's from outer space. They probably do something totally different on a different planet, but on this planet,
I mean, if it's natural, is that evolving or is they create?
B5, first warning.
He just said it was natural. I want to know if is he creating or is he evolving naturally?
Yeah, well, I mean, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken.
The rooster did.
Oh,
the rooster did.
Okay, thank you. No, B5. B5, second warning. You don't want me to get the 3.
He don't know the difference between evolution and
creation. You don't let me get the 3.
So, in the end, follow the good book of the sex ed Bible. That's what I would say. That means use protection, and ask. No means no.
Okay,
And-
thank you, Scout. For your time is up.
Okay,
But
thank
yes,
you.
no means no. All right, if anyone
No means no, and yes means yes. Be fruitful and multiply.
B5. Okay, if you could vote in the comments, and we will tally it up.
A vote for me is a vote for life.
Alright. And if you want to learn how to add, talk to me. Be fruitful and multiply. And 1 + 1 = 2. 2 × 2 = 4.
Okay, thank you for the math lesson. The winner of that one is Scout. So it is now 2-2, which means we have our tiebreaker question, and Scout goes first. Scout, do you think religion-based education instills better core values in children?
Well, this is a tough one. Because I would give it to the bishop on this almost. I think that it's important for young people to have something to believe in. I think it's important for young people to have a guideline to keep themselves honest, keeps them hardworking. And the best version I can come of that is evolution and capitalism. If you're not hardworking, you're not a very good capitalist. You're not going to make it. Your business will fail. You'll be broke as a joke, and you'll be reading from the food stamp book. And evolutionary ideas say that you'll change with the times. You will improve as you go. You're not as good as you can be, but tomorrow's another day. And so I think that if you put religion in schools, you're holding the kid back. Teach them ethics if you want them to know right and wrong. Ethics would say that it's bad to kill somebody, so would religion. Ethics would say it's wrong to steal from other people, and so would religion. So ethics is superior, because ethics doesn't give you a way out. You either are ethical or you're not. There's no belief in it. You either accept it and you follow it, or you don't. And as far as evolution goes, I mean, you got to change with the times. Once upon a time, we said words that we're not allowed to say now because we realized they're hurtful. Once upon a time, we used to put other kids' heads in their toilets. We thought it was funny. Can't do it today. It's considered mean. So we evolved. We grew up, and we expect other people to live by our example and know what's right and wrong. So I would say no. That religion on its own is not going to teach better core values. I think that teaching kids in schools to be good citizens, to be good to their peers, far superior. Thanks. Thank
you, Scout. All right, your turn, B5. Do you need the question repeated?
No.
Okay.
I think absolutely that it encourages values and into these young kids. The book says thou should not kill. And so what does that mean? Thou should not kill. Which means don't go out and kill each other. Thou should not steal, which means don't let me catch you trying to get into my Lexus. Because then we got a problem. I might have to kill you. But if you learn the rules from the good book, then you learn the rules of life. My friend over there said something about ethicals. Whatever he was saying. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know that word. But whatever the case may be, if you install the core values of a good religion into them from the good book, then they learn the good rules. I mean, ain't nothing more good than the good rules. I mean, you can say what you want, believe what you want, but in the end, it's the religion that's holding them down. I mean, because I grew up in a wild little youngin' because I hadn't had a good book as a youngin'. But once I learned the good book, I saw the errors in my ways. And if you teach them the good books as a youngin', they can see the errors in their ways in the beginning. So that way they're not out there trying to steal a Lexus and possibly getting killed, making somebody violate one of the good book rules. And so if they learn not to steal, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, they won't have to worry about those thous, those maybes. But when you got heathens on this earth, like my friend over there, who believes everything is some type of evolution and not a creation, then we end up with these situational problems where someone's out there who may have learned this in school. I mean, I never heard the school tell me not to steal, not to kill. The only thing the school told me was to get to the classroom by 8 o'clock or else I had a target. Or don't get caught in the hallway or else I got to go to detention. I mean, what that got to do with stealing and killing? I don't know. But that's just the way it is in school. But if you have the religion in the school telling them, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and all of the other thous, then they know that this is the core values. This is the foundation that they need to stand on as an adult, so they can make it to that spiritual platform in the next life. And without having the spiritual platform preparedness in this life, then they won't make it. They just won't make it.
Okay,
So in the end, don't cut me off, sweetie. Don't cut me off now. If they don't,
I'm allowed to cut you off, so I'm cutting you off. Thank you for your speech. And now it is time for the final tie-breaking vote. Please vote in the comments.
And remember, the scout over there said that I was right. So y'all vote for me. A vote for me is a vote in the upper spiritual platform.
That's right. Voting for the bishop is a vote in the food stamp army.
And ain't nothing wrong with food stamps. Food stamps fed my family for 42 years. 42 years.
Okay, settle down now.
We had steak, we had lobster, we had hamburger, we had shrimp, rice, pasta, corn on the cob.
Okay, thank you, B5.
See, I don't think y'all people like to eat. I love eating.
Food is good.
And guess what? That food was created.
By a total of 3 votes, our winner is Scout.
Oh, you are religiousist people.
I want to thank everyone for coming to the vote and participating, and also remind everyone that the views do not reflect on the people, because it's not necessarily their views, they're just playing the part they're asked to play. So again, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. And thanks, Bishop.
Thank
Everyone
you,
have
man.
a great evening.
Yeah. Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, I am. Maybe, hopefully you will evolve some.
Hopefully you learned that you was created and not evolved in your mama's womb.